Drake's fans are ruining his life.
Shame on everybody going to the Kendrick Lamar concert in Toronto right now, bro. After everything Drake has done for our city, bro, this shit makes me so angry. Like, I'm generally seeing people excited to see someone who dissed the person who put on for our city, who made us popular, who did everything for Toronto, and this is how you repay him, by going.
What up, words? Your boy Challz Brown back again, talking facts. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. Keep sending those Cashapps to CLBMG. Join the membership gang. Listen, I was thinking the other day, I actually was thinking about this for a few days, that where we are with Drake and his career may be a result of his fans being just awful and terrible. I think we have all become, well, most of us in earshot of this video, most of the people watching this video, you click this because, for one, you probably are not a Drake fan. Let's just be honest. A few Drake fans will click this, and there will be a few Drake fans in the comments, but not many, because most people that will click a video that says Drake's fans are ruining his life, they want to see his life ruined. But the reason that you want to see his life ruined, a lot of us, let's just keep it a buck. There was always an undercurrent of hate to a degree, but it wasn't a seething hate. We always had this little thing in the back of our mind. I give people my comments all the time. I never liked them, da-da-da. I always had an issue with Drake, but for the most part, either you tolerated him or you genuinely liked some of his music, or you liked all of his music. But right now, the divide is so massive. You can't blame it all on Kendrick. Drake has always had a divide in hip hop. There's always, 10 years ago, there was a divide about Drake. It was always this undercurrent of kind of wanting to see him fail, right? Kind of wanting people to expose him and this, that, and the third. It never worked until this battle, right? But it was always an outcry about the ghostwriting and the DM of guys, women, and just the backbiting, just the little underhanded things, but it never seemed to come to a head. And I don't even think, let's just be honest, the battle fully did it. What happened during the battle was how obnoxious these fans became. I remember in real time discussing the battle and going in the comments or going on Twitter and seeing how obnoxious these fans got. It got to the point you were fighting, you were battling, you were competing with these guys. They were relentless, gang. I think many of us, if we search our feelings, right? Like Star Wars, search your feelings, Luke, right? If you search your feelings, you weren't this mad at Drake until these fans started to piss you off. Let's just be honest. All the numbers talk. Who does that shit but these fans? No other fan base talks about numbers like Drake's fans. They get annoying with the shit. Right now, you go on Twitter, Drake is the #1, like all day, #1 streaming again. Oh, so much for K-Dot's reign, so much that they minimalize everything into numbers, gang. It gets maddening. It doesn't matter how good it sounds, it's numbers. Doesn't matter how much time the artist put into his shit, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how much the tour did, Drake's did more. It's always constantly about Drake's numbers. It doesn't matter. He gets on a feature, the feature does well. The numbers, they give him to Drake. It becomes, it drives you insane. Kendrick can't, no one, you can't be objective. You can't celebrate your guy because they're coming in your comments to tell you about Drake's numbers. And it has become absolutely maddening to deal with these people. They have no sense of anything music-wise, anything hip-hop related. It is, the world begins and ends around Drake. Now, you got to think, what kind of person really gets this invested in the art? They're invested in his record contract. They're invested in his house where he lives. They're invested in who he sleeps with. They're invested in everything. These efforts actually went out and searched for his leaks to see what he looks like. And a man that leaks his own self, let's just be honest, that's weird in and of itself. But his fans, including DJ Academics, went and searched for those leaks to see him. Why would you need to see that? But these fans are obsessed with this guy. And yes, we've always had fans. We've always had fans that are a little over the top about their guy. But in hip hop, we've never seen anything like this. Like, you could be talking about something unrelated to Drake, And these guys will bring Drake into the conversation without fail. It becomes like, are you psycho? And I think many of us, myself included, like, you could go back into my old videos. I was always like, well, I don't have no problem with Drake. I like Drake's music, here and there. Some of his stuff is okay. I always maintain that. But they make it impossible to say that shit now, gang. They make it impossible because you feel like when you say something good about him, you're saying good things about them. And you don't want to do it. It's maddening to think that I'm giving that little dweeb over there with the Drake t-shirt, hat, and mug, I'm giving him a compliment. It's impossible to like this guy right now because they come so obnoxious with it. Yeah, you should, because he's the greatest. He's the boss of all bosses. Like, it's like, what has this guy really done to deserve this? They don't care. He's a boss in a pop lane that gets hip-hop respect because he has guys write his rhymes for him in hip-hop. And you could clearly tell he's writing his rhymes now. I'm just going to be honest. No ghostwriter. A ghostwriter worth anything would write better stuff than what's going on right now. I'm just going to be honest. A ghostwriter wouldn't put all this victim stuff in there. I like this term they got going on right now, victim rap, right? Salute to Deleted and a couple other people who, when my comments it said victim rap, I think I like that term because I'm a victim. And I think his fans, they love it. They love it. They love being victims. They love to have the world. They want to manufacture this world against me. They manufacture that the industry blackballed them. No one blackballed him. But somehow the biggest artist in hip hop, according to them, the biggest artist in the world would get blackballed in the industry that he makes millions before. Remember the whole narrative that if Drake, before the battle, do you guys know that if Drake walked away from the music industry, the entire industry would collapse? Do y'all remember that? The entire industry, they can't survive without Drake. If Drake goes independent, the music industry as you know it would collapse, right? That was the narrative that these people were running with. And we didn't have no choice but to accept this bullshit. Like, we was like, damn, really? Wow. Like, it made it like this guy was God on earth until Kenny brought him down a peg. Now, Kenny brought him down a peg. He did that for all of us, right? But the fans never lost. Drake clearly lost a step. Let's just be honest. He's not rapping the same. He doesn't have the look in his eye. He don't got the eye of the tiger, right? Drake used to have the eye of the tiger. Go back and look at first person shooter. You got to be an asshole to even make a song like that. To make a song that reckless that you're the first person shooter. It's me and Cole and that's it. Like, you got to be an asshole to even make that record, let alone the video where you're playing every sport at a high level. Like, you got to be an asshole to just do that. Now he's doing videos and alone in the freezer, right? He's alone in the truck by himself. It's a different guy. This ain't that. So he's lost a step, but his fans, they have not adjusted to this. First of all, it took him probably, I'm just on a gamble. It took him at least 8 months to even admit, to even acknowledge. Drake fans were still saying he did not lose well after Not Like Us was already months old. They were still fighting. So it took them months to acknowledge it. And you still got a couple holdouts that still say he did not lose his battle. Right? A lot of people say that he only won this battle because you guys said it. But if you go bar for bar, they're still trying to go bar for bar. They're still trying to say Family Matters is a better record, gang. Like, it's a few of them still out there. But at the end of the day, a lot of these guys, it took them months to acknowledge this. I get it. I was there when Jay lost to Nas. I had to freaking go through the 5 stages of grief, right? But I finally admitted, I was like, okay, it didn't take me months and months to realize Jay lost that battle, right? I get it. I was a Jay fan. I love Takeover, but Jay lost. Ether won. Let's just do it. And there's people still to this day. You can go in some of my comments and say Jay did not lose, but at the end, most people will agree that Jay lost that battle. These guys, even though they say, even some of them that will admit he lost, they'll come back with more caveats right after they say that. So they don't even acknowledge the loss but 4 seconds. After that, they're right back. His numbers. They have nothing. They can't say nothing else. They don't say that. Well, some of them say the records are better, but for the most part, he's the biggest artist in the world, and that's all that matters. He does Taylor Swift numbers. There's a whole machine involved with those numbers. There's a whole program that the label does to ensure that those numbers get where they get, right? Which is why he didn't want to go to the $500 million deal that he allegedly got from Sony when UMG was only offering him $400 million. Oh my God, $400 million. Why that's something to sneeze at, right? But somehow he got offered to Sony by $500 million deal. no one asks why he didn't just go take that money, right? Why he stayed at UMG and decided to battle Kendrick and decided to make a lawsuit saying that they how could it, like, make it make sense? If Sony's offering you 500 million, how can you lose leverage? you just take the 500 million, but you decided to stay there, battle Kendrick, get into a battle, get called a word, and now let UMG use that as leverage against you when you had a $500 million deal. The only reason you would stay there is if you're going to try to negotiate them to give you $500 million. But at that point, you shouldn't get into a rap battle, okay? You should be negotiating your $500 million. Let's see, battle Kendrick Lamar or take a $500 million deal from either one of these labels. I'm just going to go ahead and focus on the $500 million deal, okay? But these fans, they don't care about any facts involved with this. They want to look at the ticket sales of the shows. They want to look for empty seats. They want to look at how much things cost and, oh, it was a $14 ticket, da-da. We get so sucked up in defending Kendrick, we can't enjoy hip-hop anymore. You can't have a real hip-hop conversation with these guys because they don't, first of all, they don't know hip-hop. Drake has amassed a huge pop emo demographic, and they fight for him like it's their own mom, dad, brother. They fight for him like family, but they have no business in the fight because it'll be hip-hop heads talking hip-hop. They'll come in with these pop numbers that no one is talking about. Hip-hop is not a thing based on, they make you get into numbers. They make you start, well, Kendrick is number, you got to go out and start figuring out what amount of numbers that Kendrick did and didn't do. Outside of numbers, you have no conversation with these guys. So they come in with this deity worship about this guy. And it makes it difficult for someone like myself and probably you to even listen to him objectively anymore. I'm just going to be honest. A lot of us go in, this vitriol we're directing is really at his fans. If you look at the core of it, when you get on online and you say something snarky or nasty about Drake, you probably are wanting it. You don't even want Drake to see it. You just want these fans to see it because they're so nasty about it. They're so delusional. You want to combat the nonsense. At the most, you got Drake hitting like on something that a fan wrote. He's not really, oh yeah, he's a jerk. I'm not gonna go too far and be like, whatever, but most of the stuff you're reacting to and you're commenting day to day is some really weird ass Drake fan. This guy can't make a comeback if he wanted to, because the more positivity you give him or the more streams, you're going out of your way to not stream this guy. Whereas before, you may have listened to it, it's going to be millions of you that go out of your way to not even listen, because you know when you go listen and 10 million people that go listen, that's more streams to give him, and now you're giving his fans ammunition. You don't want to give these people any ammunition. You're waiting like this, like, I hope this shit flops. Every time you hear that it flops, you go straight online and be like, that shit, I told you it's trash, because you wanna kick these fans in the nuts. They're mad annoying, gang. They possibly, I'm trying to think of a worse fan base. Taylor, Nicki, Beyonce. Nah, none of them are worse than Drake's fans. I think they've become the epitome of the worst kind of fans. I'm sorry, Philadelphia Eagles in sports, they've amassed a fan base of some horrible people. I'm just gonna be honest. They're, like they say, they threw snowballs at Santa Claus, right? Remember that? But they try to say, well, it wasn't that Santa Claus. Y'all threw snowballs at Santa Claus. Let's just be honest. So the end of the day, Drake fans have become everything that we cannot stand. His career can't survive at this point with these fans because many of us will not allow him to have good music. We will not allow him to break records. We definitely won't pay for no tickets to his shows. I'm just going to be honest. He's going to get people because they're going to be people. It's some neutral people that are just cool people that like his stuff. Right? It's just some regular. My wife likes this. It's like, I like Drake to this day. She's like, you're just too mean on this guy. Like, she's like, I feel bad for him on some shit. Like, I'm like, don't feel bad for this motherfucker. He's a jerk. Like, he do some bullshit. But at the end of the day, these fans, they're making it so that people will not give him a second chance or third chance, whatever you want to call it. They will never. First, most of us wanted him to lose that battle with Kendrick. We thought he was a bully. We thought he underestimated K-Dot, and he got what he deserved. I'm not taking away from that. But once that battle, I think hip-hop could have cooled off. And I think we could have been like, okay, the battle's over. No, they wouldn't let you. These fans wouldn't let things cool off. They spent months. It's gonna be years of them trying to to rewrite this history. They're rewriting it every day. Gang, I just saw, and this guy was the dirt. I don't know what happened. He became the worst. I mean, they ran him out of YouTube for a while. They ran him out of YouTube. But somehow he rebranded, right? I never understood why he just stopped doing his video. But he stopped doing his videos because they got on his ass about saying that Drake said the N-word 37 times because he was 37 years old. It was dumb. It was stupid. And he got, for a while, he left. But then he came back and decided, I'm going to lean all the way into this Drake. I'm going to be Drake Central, right? And his newest take today, gang, he makes some dumb takes. But this new take that Drake can retire back to back, but Kendrick could never retire Not Like Us because he needs it. He needs the Drake, like somehow before Not Like Us and after Not Like Us, Kendrick has become a whole new artist and he has nothing. The tour will stop if he retires. Like, it's so dumb, gang. But this is where they are. It's getting to the point they got to attack Not Like Us instead of just saying, okay, Drake, let's make some good fucking music. It's got to be, we got to be little Kendrick. We got to be little Not Like Us. We got to be little the whole tour. We got to be little everything. It can't be neutral. We can't have a conversation. It can't be, they two can exist. No, you can't. That's why we hate, that's why we want Drake. Many of us want to see these numbers of Drake decline, because you can't have the conversation with them. Because they make it so stats orientated, so everything is so centered around his numbers, and so you can't even. It's like talking to a brick wall because they keep bringing up numbers from shit that's 10 years ago, right? The numbers, his old stuff. This motherfucker made more music than anybody, like literally more music than anybody. So he got so much and deleted that great video. Go watch that deleted video where he says Drake is McDonald's. He says he's been around forever. The food is, you grew up with it. It never went anywhere. And the food is cheap and it's fast, but it's not quality, right? It's like, it's not quality. You can get it real quick and it's always available, but it's made for mass consumption. And it's so much of it that it's a McDonald's, And that's what it is. He's made so much music. Yes, he's going to freaking sell. It's never going to stop. So they lean into that. It is never like, yo, he outbarred you. And it's just crazy. It's like, it's so sad that they make you hate this guy. I think this guy reputation it was already bad. Let's be honest. 10 years ago, they were calling Drake out. They were calling Drake out 10 years ago. And his fans have been obnoxious since then. I remember when Damn came out and I was just trying to enjoy the album. I went on Twitter and these guys were going at Kendrick. They were going at K. Dot since that. Like it's been a divide since that. And they've been slowly but surely, before this battle, if I'm being honest with you, they were slowly but surely turning me on this guy. First of all, I was already kind of like, I'm just a hip hop head. So I didn't like all the extra stuff he would do with these songs, with these albums and this and that, but I tolerated it. Now I don't even tolerate it. The fans make you, they make you like, soon as some nonsense, I'm right there, like, get this shit out of here. So that's where I am, because you cannot give them a leg up. You can't give them praise. You can't even really be like, okay, I'm a let this guy live. No, you can't, because then they won't let your guy live. You know what I'm saying? There is no chill on Kendrick. There is no, we're going to just fall back and no, every single day, all day, they got to tear this man down. It's constantly, they tearing him down, his wife, his kids. It's all day, and they've become so nasty. And I'm just going to be honest. I know you're not going to dispute this. Kendrick fans were not like this. They were not like that. Kendrick fans were made like that. Kendrick fans, let's just be honest, were humble. And a lot of them Drake fans were Kendrick fans too. A lot of them like both artists. I remember when Kendrick was in the beginning stages, he was popping, he was blowing up, especially around the time, right around the time before Good Kid, Mad City. I'm sorry, before To Pimp a Butterfly. He was beloved on both sides. He was beloved on both sides. Now he can't do anything right. They gotta disrespect this man in every kind of way. It's been like that, like I told you, since the Control verse, since the Pimp a Butterfly. These guys have been, it was arguments about, yo, who's better? Yo, nobody want to hear that black conscious bullshit. That was Drake's fans. They make you not like this guy. So it's become a thing now where Kendrick fans have become, sad to say, and nobody can dispute this, Kendrick fans have become just as obnoxious. But when your back is against the wall, Kendrick fans they're not the kind of people to attack people. We're real people that know what this hip hop shit's about. We don't care about attacking you. we were just trying to celebrate this man, trying to show that this man was a great lyricist, they wouldn't let that because him being great means their guy is not. In their world, it can only be one person. And they wonder why Nicki Minaj was always, they always pitted her against, her fans pitted her against these motherfuckers. Let's just be fucking honest. They pitted her against a lot of people. So it wasn't just like, yo, y'all won't let it be two females in hip hop. Yeah, that's true to a degree. But then her fans came along and made it really hard to have two females in there. Right? Let's just be honest. Every time a chick tried to come up, these fans came on her. They came at her crazy. Let's just be honest. Well, she ain't better than Nicki. Once again, the numbers, right? So this whole thing, where we are right now, a lot of things had to devolve because the fandom made it awful, made it hard to like that person. And like I said, Kendrick fans, we adapted to this. We were given this world. We didn't make it, gang. This is why we're some of the most, we got some of the most cleverest clapbacks. We don't give a fuck because we're smart, gang. We come back and one sentence clapback and it'll be like fucking, I've done a lot of one sentence clapbacks, a million views, 2 million views, one sentence because we're smarter. Just gonna be honest. And we're playing from a side of defense, but we're also, we're on the right side of this shit. Okay? And this is where I feel like his fans don't understand. They're on the wrong side of history because they're making things that don't exist. They're making narratives that aren't real. And therefore it's easy to combat it. But again, when they're in that bubble, they're in that echo chamber, they don't hear you. So you're not combating them. You're combating the rest of the world from listening to the nonsense that they're saying. A lot of people be like, Charles, like I see in my comments, yo, why you still doing videos on Drake? Why you still doing videos on academics? Well, who gonna do it? Like, if I don't do it and you don't click and watch it, then the narrative, these narratives become a truth, gang. Like, some of these narratives, even I have to go and figure out, no, is that really true? Did he just beat Kendrick in 17 different categories? Like, if somebody doesn't tell you, you won't fucking know. And that shit will stick in the back of your head. And you're sitting at you're at the family barbecue, and some Drake guy's like, yo, he beats Kendrick in everything. And you're like, damn, does he really? Because you don't have nobody out here to combat it. This dude, Drake, is losing in every category, every single one. Every single one, he's losing at everything. But if you go on their side, it look like, yo, they neck and neck, son. A battle, they get right now. You go on Twitter, there's a narrative. Yo, I thought he was finished. I thought the boy was finished. Here we go. He's right back #1, everything. So it's like, somebody out here has to be the voice of reason. And I'm trying to be one. All right. I'm gonna leave it at that, man. I feel like his fans, they have made me almost into a monster when it comes to this Drake stuff because I can't even be neutral. I gotta say shit like it is. It's blunt. I'm really, really annoyed I'm more annoyed with him because of the fans' treatment, right? Somebody took my picture the other day, I think it was 2-3 days ago, and they took my picture like, this guy looks like he's on a slow bus. This is a Drake fan. So I laugh at shit like that. But this is what's going on out here in the world. I find them to be funny and obnoxious. They're weirdos. They're soft as hell, right? Absolutely, they're the softest people. Like, they probably wouldn't look you in the eye if you saw them on the street and you start talking about this shit. They probably just run away or something. But online, they're tough, gang. They come in swarms. And some of my biggest videos on Twitter get swarmed by Drake fans. They have no idea how much I laugh at them. I find them to be hilarious. But that's what it is. They get really. I've never seen Jay-Z fans get this passionate. And I don't even think it's passion. I don't even think it's passion, gang. But I guess that's, for lack of a better word, that's what I'm gonna leave it at. But these fans make you not want to like him, right? You may have had an inkling of, yo, I don't know about this music, but you were like kind of like, I'm just gonna sit back and watch, but I'm not really into some of this stuff. Now you're hating, you're literally, you're a hater. You literally, if you honest search your feelings, you hate this nigga right now. And it ain't because of nothing he fucking did. It's because what his fans did. Right, you didn't like him. You kind of was put off by him a little bit, but you tolerated him. But this shit with the fans, they made you hate him. Now all that visceral you spit every day because of him, it's the fans that did it. I'm gonna leave it at that. CLBMG, man. Every Wednesday night we go live on the What Show around 9:15. Check us out. Every Monday we got a new show called Underground Edge. We do that live. It's about 2-3 hours of just showing music videos on my page and 7 other different platforms. Make sure you tune in. Get in the comments. Tell us if you like those music videos that we're showing. I'm about to bring back the Old Heads Only podcast. We talk about old shit, Kwame and Biggie Smalls, and we just talk about old music, talk about old things. So I'm about to bring that back. We're about to bring that back real soon. And head on over to black-yeti.com. They got all new flavors. Just added some new flavors 2 days ago. All right, check them out. Let them know who sent you. I'm gonna catch y'all on that flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.